Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Ranger Academy, Power Rangers, Boom Studios issue number 7 with the lovely Lindy on the front cover. Now let me start by apologizing because I am a couple weeks behind in terms of sharing my run through with you. So this is written by Maria Ingrande Mora, illustrations by Joe Mi-Gyeong, and I've got to say I found some of these illustrations absolutely beautiful today. Colors by Joanna Laflute, and art is not something that I usually just respect the artist because it's their own take on how they deliver things, etc. However, I thought some of the pictures, which that looks really cool. That's by Ed Dubshire. So we start by learning that Tasha was the Green Ranger, and nobody talks about her. It's like she never existed, but she was everything. She used to come home and spend the whole summer talking about the academy, etc., and what she wanted to do when she graduated. And then we soon learned that she was killed in the shuttle explosion, and no one on board survived that tragedy, etc. And she's on the memorial wall, which, makes her really upset because nobody knows everything more. It's just her name on there, etc. And then Tula starts to feel a little bit strange in this area. She starts questioning, why is the green campus closed? It's not good, and she eventually starts to feel a bit weird, and eventually it sort of ends up leading her to a morpho, which she very sneakily puts into her pocket, etc. And then Tula has it out with her, when she says, she's looking for, there's more evidence here. She's like, what is this, an investigation? Have you just been using me for your investigation to get in here? And it's because she is the only one that can access it. And she said, you pretended to be my friend. And she's like, no, I didn't pretend to be your friend, I just wanted to get in here. So they start falling out, etc. And then she starts questioning, when you landed on my planet, was that an accident? Once again, she said, no, the crashing was an accident, but she was there for Rhiannon. I probably said that completely wrong. Who was her dad, and because she knew her dad was a ranger once upon a time, but obviously Tula didn't know that. She said, well, you kept that from me. She's like, well, that was none of my business, and I didn't know about that. So she's off. Tula's off. She's had enough. She's off. And she's missed the whole dance, etc. Her friends, there were some highlights, etc. However, we learn that there is assembly tomorrow once her parents are gone. And pretty much that is those 2 pages in a nutshell. And then they start, leading up to, oh, you wonder what this is going to be about, etc. And then Tula's, as always, is stuck in her mind and saying things, etc. and sounds like a jerk. So she just tried to speak to Tashi again, and Tashi wants to speak to her again because Tashi's her dead sister. Goodness, I'm getting names wrong. I always forget names in this thing. I remember Lindy's for some reason, and Mathis. At some point, they'll just all come to me, and I'll remember everything. So this is serious. The Power Rangers are there, and they are talking about that they think there is a threat that to Ranger Academy because Dark Specter is on the loose. Now, if this is in the future, Dark Specter was destroyed by Dark Conda. So it's very interesting, unless that essence somehow slivered off. But it's never come out in the live thing. It's never come out in comics either. Bear in mind that they're still just wrapping up Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, the only thing that I could think of is that this sort of ties in a little bit with Darkest Hour, where the infections in Dark Specter is perhaps seeping into the future, trying to gather ranger zombies, etc., whatever you want to call them. That was the only thing that I could think it could be. So it's great. So the Ranger Academy is still apparently the safest place there is. So our wee little friend, whose name I cannot remember, is building his first morpher, and he doesn't really know how it sort of works. And they're concerned that, you know, others might be upset, and Lindy's actually like, do you know what? It's cool seeing what's to come. You know, there's lots of good things to come, etc. And then she talks about how the morpher works. There's no buttons, and she says, you know, you just sort of call it and it happens. And then Tula, as always, talking in her head, you know, I'm gonna figure this out. You know, as usual, and starts storming off, etc. And you know, you got these sort of in between casual panels. You know, she's rushing, you know, no time to talk, etc. And she goes into the Matrix, wanting to talk to her friends whose name I cannot remember because I am terrible at remembering names in this comic. I've said that about 10 times. I'm so sorry. Absolutely awful. So the Battle Matrix runs a little... I've got the names completely wrong. I've been calling Sage Tula this whole time. So I got the names muddled up. This is Tula. This is Sage. You're an idiot, Smurd P. What have you been doing this whole review? Goodness, I am so sorry. Well, at least I got there in the end. It's been a while since I've read Ranger Academy and putting it down there. Oh, goodness. Awful, awful. So, Sage now wants to work with Tula and try and get to the point where they can understand what happened on the shuttle, etc., why it happened, etc. And throughout this whole issue, there's been things of Sage feeling like the weight's on her shoulders, even with the Dark Specter thing. Also feeling like she caused something bad in the original crash. She wasn't there, unless she was there. Now that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Who is her parents? So the Battle Matrix isn't responding, and Lindy comes in and is captured, and then Sage does it. She can do this. She can do this. She can do this. She does it. It is morphin' time. Power up. Power on. Power Rangers. Very simple. Very different. Very cool. And we have our first glimpse of Sage as the Green Ranger. And, you know, she finishes this issue with, whoever you are, I won't let you hurt my friends. I won't let you hurt anyone. To be continued. And so far, I think I've only seen that there is an issue 8 release. I don't think I've seen anything beyond that. And now we know that things are going on with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers coming to an end. But they've not re-announced this. Maybe they've just thought, you know what, we could just wrap this up. But I feel like they do have a lot going for them in this. And this series could grow really well into something pretty awesome. You know, if it goes down a very dark path, like I would love to see it. You know, as much as I slam things for taking ideas from other things, but you know, it would be great if they were on the run or something like that. But, you know, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. It'll either end next issue and that will be the conclusion, or it will carry on. So anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please do support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to my channel. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.